Florida's northern Gulf Coast is sometimes called the Nature Coast. Spring-fed estuaries create a diverse ecosystem and provide plenty of opportunity for adventure.
We're snorkeling with manatees, giant sea mammals that come to feed in these warm waters during the winter.
They're such just beautiful, docile animals.
I've always loved manatees, and this is the first time actually being in the water with them. We're practicing passive observation, only interacting with the animals if they initiate it. So I'm just watching them do their thing, and then it happens. One of the young ones comes swimming right over to me. Not afraid whatsoever. Absolutely incredible.
This is so cool, just floating here watching them eating, coming up to the surface, and then one comes up next to me.
Dude, awesome. Amazing, man. That's a bucket list. That's a check right there.
One reason the manatees are here is because of the Crystal River Preserve, thousands of acres of protected land where the saltwater of the Gulf mingles with Florida's spring-fed rivers.
These springs are the source of another rare experience, scuba diving, not in the Gulf, but underground. Toby Keith is our dive master, and no, it's not the singer-songwriter.
Welcome to the Blue Grotto.
Yeah,
thank you.
We're in the middle of the woods and we're going diving.
This is a phenomenal treasure.
I have to ask, what is this thing?
It's a sinkhole.
A massive sinkhole that formed over 2 million years ago opened up access to groundwater and rock formations that remain as close to their natural state as possible.
And from what I'm aware of, this isn't like just dropping straight down. It drops and then it sort of meanders horizontally, right?
Well, the sinkhole has just given us access to the cavern in the cave that was already there, essentially.
Really?
So throughout this area, we're walking over caves and caverns. We're walking over this aquifer.
Okay.
The sink has just given us access to it.
Gotcha.
In a beautiful way.
Yeah. Wow. We're planning on going down pretty deep, though, right?
And we'll be at about 100 feet at that point.
Whoa, that is deep. Very cow.
I mean, we haven't really been down to 100 feet.
No, we've been to 90.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow,
this is going to
that's
be a
exciting.
new low.
Wow.
Before we gear up, we're making a quick stop into the dive shop to check out a map of our route down into the cavern.
Look at this. So we'd be descending down, this is 10 feet here, 35 feet here, 50 feet down here, and then all the way down here is the bottom at 100 feet. This isn't an easy access to the surface. You'd have to go up that way. I don't know, man. That's a little gnarly. It does appear that we have lights right there. No lights down there.
The mouth of the cavern is 80 feet wide, so at the surface, it just looks like a giant pond. But in reality, this is the largest accessible clear water cavern dive in the state.
Not gonna lie, you guys, diving down to a dark cave at a depth of 100 feet is a little scary for me. It's gonna be a little bit of an adventure, so I'm glad we have a guide and see how this goes. I'm excited, just very nervous.
Our entry point is about 20 feet deep, and there's plenty of sunlight. We're swimming through schools of fish when all of a sudden we spot something insanely weird. This is a Florida softshell turtle. With its long neck and head and snorkel-like nose, he kind of looks alien. He has a shell covered with leathery skin, but it lacks most of the bone found on other turtle shells. This is a small one, but these guys can grow to be 30 inches long. After we leave the upper cavern, it gets dark fast, and we need our flashlights to see as we follow Toby, descending a 90-degree sloping shaft. My nerves are melting away, and I'm really curious to see what it's like at the bottom.
I'm excited about exploring something new, but the idea of heading deeper into a cavern of pure blackness is daunting. After we hit 50 feet, the walls of the cavern start to narrow a little. But with our dive lights and Toby in front of me, I'm able to relax and enjoy the peace that comes with being in the water.
I've never done anything like this before. Being underwater and underground at the same time is kind of daunting.
We eventually get down to the lowest depth of 100 feet. We have to be careful not to kick up silt, which would really limit our visibility. Guideline ropes lead all the way down and back out in case we lose track of where we are.
This is so surreal. We're in a tight space and I still can't get my head around the fact that I'm really 100 feet underground. After a short time at the bottom, we make our way back toward the surface, but we have one more stop at 30 feet for an experience we don't want to miss. It's an air bell, a glass enclosure with fresh, compressed air pumped into it. Divers can take out their regulators and actually talk to each other.
How crazy to be breathing air without our regulators down at 30 feet. That's awesome. It's so cool to be able to go down so deep to get into some of those tighter spaces and then come back out and see the light from up above. It's pretty wild. I've never done anything like this.
Essentially, we're diving in an aquifer.
Yeah.
So as we look along the tops of this cavern, you can see cracks that go further into the aquifer. You're going to find fossils.
Woo! That was pretty cool. Wow, man.
My pleasure.
What a unique thing. I mean, to drop down into what looks like, you know, a small pond and then just see it just go down and down.
Very cool.
That, again, is just absolutely unique.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.